welcome to My Time at Portia. For those unaware, this is a sim type of game that was fully released on Steam today as of the recording, which is the 15th. It's a tad pricey, so I imagine some people are going to be a little hesitant to pick it up, but I've been live streaming it for like 2.5 months or so, hence why the continue option is here. If you want to see what all I did, you can go ahead and check out the live streams on the channel. Otherwise, I'm going to be starting a new game here because, for one, there may be new content in the sections I pass behind, and two, now that I know what I'm actually doing, I want to have a more efficient start, and that will allow me to create a video that's going to be more effective in teaching you on what all to do in the start of Portia. Because if you actually do watch the live streams, I made a ton of mistakes just because I didn't know. And on the topic of Sims, if you're wondering, this is more like Minecraft. Like, this is to Minecraft what Stardew Valley is to Harvest Moon. I'd say is probably like a good analogy for what it's like. In case you're wondering, we have the bear here, I forgot what his name is, and then Oaks is one of the male, well, one of the bachelors that you can woo. So we're gonna go ahead and hit new. I don't know if I'm going to lose everything, but we'll be starting with a guy. First things first, hero, not herp.
I think I'll go talk with the research center.
I think I'll go talk with the research center.
I think I'll go talk with the research center first. They
Well,
might think of something.
we'll go with this one just to mix things up. Face type. I don't remember what all I chose for my character, so I'm... We'll go with that one. Real quick, was there anything else here I needed to tweak? But you can see how you can customize your character. There's various things about them you can change. Stuff here's the upper face, the eyebrows, lower face, lips, and so on. Then decorations, you can give your guy facial hair. I don't know if this is an option if you have a female character. And regrettably, you actually can't grow a beard in-game, if I remember. I can't see what that is. That's some sort of tiara, it looks like. You can give yourself scars and so on. Some of these things may not have actually been in the game when I was designing my character the first time around. But yeah, we'll just go for the quick... I don't remember if I had to set a birthday or not. So this too could be something new. Anyway, we will make it the 17th of fall. That sounds fun. And hopefully I'm not a complete pariah by that point. I don't know if anyone else shares this particular birthday. If you want to know, you can see the character's birthdays when you become level 2 friends. I think it's buddies with them. There's various relationship levels and so on. The things that are already marked in on the calendar are the various events, like there's a horse riding festival in the fall, there's the harvest festival here, and I'll point out those in-game, but I'm going to pull up the Portia wiki real quick just to look at the calendar, because I don't want to line up anything with anyone else. So 17th of fall, that is actually after the septuplets, or whatever those guys are called. And yeah, so we'll just go in with that one. So right there is the land run. That's the horse race thing that I was telling you about. I think you can enter a llama if you capture one. Anyway, I'll go quiet for these scenes. Some of the game is voice acted, not all of it yet. The devs said that they're going to add in more voice acting as they go. Just be aware that this is a pretty cool game overall.
Whoa! That looks beautiful!
What are you gonna do there? You would dive in.
Something like that.
You get someone like you once in a while. Always seeking that adventure. Good to meet you. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
You can change your clothes a little bit. There are supposed to be DLC costumes for the Kickstarter backers. I don't know when or if those are still a thing. But otherwise, there are suits you can buy. There are various armor sets and stuff that give you health, defense, stamina, and so on. So this here is Presley. He's technically our boss at the Commerce Guild. That's basically the group of builders.
Presley, how do you do?
Ah, good to see you again. Hope you had a pleasant journey from Barnarock, right? That's quite far.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm here to show you to your workshop, so if you would please follow me, it's pretty close.
I wonder what it's like. I didn't get to know my pa too well.
No one's been working there since your pa left Portia so many years ago. He was a good friend.
Yeah,
Okay, I saw there was a chest back here in that cutscene. I was gonna go grab it, but they won't let me. Anyway, hold shift to dash. Oh my god, Presley, I hate you so much. This is a stamina bar. There's no consequence as far as I know.
Here we are.
To
Your
running it out.
workshop. This place sure has seen some wear and tear. What do you think?
looks homely.
Now then, here's a letter from your father. He asked me to present it to you when you've seen this house.
Isn't homely another way to say ugly? Hero, when you read this letter, I will already be on the other side of the world. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that I'm not the father you wanted me to be. This was all so sudden, so I didn't have much time to tell you or figure out how to take care of you. Then I thought about this workshop. Might not look like much now, but it will brace you from the wind and cover you from the rain. I have left my workshop handbook that details how to create things in my workshop. The rest is up to you. Do your best and live a wonderful life. You will always be my pride and joy.
Here's the workshop handbook of your pa's. Take your time. Come to the Portia Commerce Guild tomorrow. It's located around Peach Plaza. Can't miss it.
The handbook is basically like your book of recipes, construction recipes. And then here you can see the voice acting cut out. I don't know if he's ever going to get this line or what. Presley is not one of the bachelors, in case you're wondering. He's kind of too old for you. And I believe you actually are allowed to have homosexual relationships in this game, as in men can marry men, women can marry women. You do get to choose the gender of your character. I could have chose a female if I wanted. And then the various characters also have benefits for marrying them. Well, not all of them have benefits for marrying, sadly, but some of them do give benefits for marrying, and a lot of them give benefits for friendship. In case you're wondering who to marry, the best ones are the members of the Adventurers Guild. I can't remember what they're called. Arlo, Remington, Sam are all top contenders. Ginger and Gust are parallels. Those are both the financial options. Emily is supposed to be pretty good at gathering for you. I don't remember if there's a guy that gathers. But, like, those are the best ones so far. It's possible there could be some additions later on to make the various bachelors and bachelorettes better, but as is, a lot of them kind of suck. Anyway, as much as I'd like to give you a builder license, you'll have to prove your worth through a couple of tests. We have to build a pair of tools and like a furnace, I think.
Got it. Tomorrow.
Anyway, I'll leave you be. Get some rest.
Bye, Presley. Thanks for your help.
Now you get to see our rundown shack.
Oh, my head hurts. I didn't sleep well at all from the breeze coming through those cracks last night.
You can fix those, and it's recommended you do. So if you notice, we don't start with full stamina because of that. Anyway, you will do combat over the course of the game, so jumping can be important. Check your mailbox periodically. So Portia Times is run by May. She's one of the bachelorettes, and one of the septuplets works with her, who would be the bachelor option for the news. This is the Portia Times. We are sponsored by the city government and the local commerce guild branch to bring you the latest news in our city for free. We're a monthly publication, so papers will be sent out on the first day of each month. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to visit our office on Main Street. Good to know. Anyway, we need to gather materials. So you get EXP for doing literally everything in this game, which is good and bad. Can make the grinding a little cheaper, but some of the stuff can be rather tedious. So I am burning stamina as I gather stuff. And the reason why I'm even gathering right now is because I know I need a lot of stone and wood. That's Emily's farm. Sophie and McDonald live out there. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the auto run thing. Anyway, the Commerce Guild opens up at 8. This is Sonia, one of the bachelorettes.
You're that new person. You just inherited that workshop outside of town, right? Sorry. Where are the manners? I'm Sonia.
I don't know if she gives you anything for being life material, but she gives you a discount on various food items at her store right there. This is Django, the swordsman.
On guard! Ha! Watch out, young man. The reaction speed is way too slow.
We have Pinky. You get a little bit of affection for talking to people. Now, this used to be an Easter egg from the devs. I'm gonna mess with it later. Lee is the priest.
Oh, you must be the new builder the mayor told me about. I'm Minister Lee of the Church of Light. It's a pleasure to meet you.
But yeah, the whole purpose of this video is to serve as a tutorial of sorts. I'll be playing this one in the future for my live streams. So this video is
Nice to
not
see
live,
you.
but the others will
How are
be.
you settling in?
Very well.
Great!
That's Antoine, one of the bachelors.
Let me introduce you to the Commerce Guild. We're the organization that orchestrates trade across the entire Free Cities region. This is the Portia branch. We're pretty busy throughout the year. Now then, let me give you your builder test. This is pretty easy. Make an axe and pickaxe and bring them to me.
So right there we got some relationship points with him, which is... like, you get more of them for doing various things, and there are other ways to boost them. 10 is a pretty good amount, but I think people are hardest to get along with at the very beginning. I'll show you the social stuff in a moment.
You need to have wood and stones to make these. You can gather them on your own or buy them from the Total Tools in Central Square. After you have the raw materials, you need to craft the items on a work table. I saw your paws on one in your yard, so check and see if that one still works.
Hi there. I know who you are. I'm Antoine. We'll probably be seeing each other a lot.
So you usually get a point of friendship for talking to people. Here's the job board. So he wants rope, he wants stone stools, she wants wooden baskets. You can take those on. Those are the best way to make money in the game. As you get more and more tools, as in like construction tools, you can build more and more elaborate things, so it gets better and better. Commerce Guilds, where you usually want to race at 8 a.m. every morning so you can get the best job on the board. Higgins might take it from you, he's your rival. You can never get along with Higgins. This is where we are going to make our stuff. So the simple axe requires... whoa. What all do we need to make? A simple axe and a pickaxe. So these are mirror images of one another. So anyway, we have the axe. I'm going to move that over here. In case you're wondering, you want to increase your inventory space, you need money to do so. You need 400 for the first level, and then it changes. That's Emily, one of the bachelorettes, one of the better ones. We're gonna go talk to her. They mentioned Sophie's granddaughter. I'm Emily, your next door neighbor. It's nice to have new people move in town. You should stop by my ranch sometime. I think I actually have enough to get the pickaxe now. Oh, I need a piece of wood. I don't really have the stamina to cut down a tree, which really sucks. This is like one of those really bad scenarios because time is really precious in the game. Let's grab this. We can bust this up and cut down other stuff later, but we need to get our tools first. And then real quick, I'll show you the different things. So here's your social... I don't even know what you want to call it exactly, but this is your measure of friendship to the various people. We're on pretty good terms with Presley because we did the one thing for him, and then we have like 1 point of affection from all the others. And there are a ton of characters out there. Not all of them are available immediately. Like Spring 1st is Mint's birthday, but he is not going to appear until much later. He's one of the bachelors that you can woo. Here's your recipe book, so to speak. So we're going to need to make everything here pretty much at least once, some things multiple times. I have yet to actually find a use for the water tank. I will put that little disclaimer out. And then here is your character stuff. You get to choose your skills. Generally, early on, you want to go for the gathering skills so that you can use your axe and pickaxe more effectively. And from there, you can spread out into other things. The social tree is kind of underpowered, just so you know. So you want to go gather probably into fight, and you can clear the game without really going very far into social. There was a pair of gloves in that in early access. Ooh, they're all gathered. So we can talk to a bunch of them. Here's Oaks. He's a bachelor.
You must be the...
And sorry for cutting him off, but Mars is pretty important to talk to.
I love making my girls laugh.
He's the father of triplets. He's Ginger and Gus Butler.
Gail took care of me when no one else did. I like that. So it's my honor to be his butler.
Up here we have Phyllis,
Who might you be?
resident nurse, bachelorette.
Dr. Sue is a great doctor. I'm studying under him to learn everything I can. Then hopefully, open my own clinic one day.
Nora is the organ player at the church, bachelorette.
You new here? I'm Nora. I'm a missionary at the Church of the Light. Nice to meet you.
She's like one of the worst wife choices. And then Oaks, one of the bachelors, he was literally raised in the wild by the bear. Albert's in there, so is Gust. Gale is next door. We'll talk to them next, I think. Talk is cheap.
Ah, excellent quality. Nicely done. You can keep them. I just wanted to see what you can do. Now for the second test. You are to build a stone furnace. This one's a bit tougher. You need to use the assembly station in your yard to complete this task. If I remember correctly, your pa kept a very detailed account of the things he made. You might want to flip through his workshop handbook and see if you can find a diagram for the stone furnace. Once you have a diagram, just use it on the assembly station in your yard to start construction.
And I'll show all that for you, so don't panic or anything. In case you're wondering, for Antoine, if you become friends and eventually romantic with him, you get more money back for doing the various mission stuff. Handbook's right here. We're looking for the stone furnace. I don't remember if they started you off with the grill in early access. But anyway, this is what we're looking for. So we need 10 pieces of stone and 10 pieces of wood. We almost have the stone. We need one more and then wood. So I may need to cut something down, but I'd prefer not to. Let's grab this real quick. Don't bother with the big trees, those are just too damn hard. So that takes care of that. That in turn gives us, I think, 3? Okay, we have enough. So it's high noon right now. We can go build our furnace, and we can probably even get to work today. You'll need to burn wood to fuel the furnace, very much like Minecraft. So I'll try to make some similarity, like some comparisons as we go. But I will warn you, it's been many, many years since I played Minecraft. I don't know what all has and hasn't changed. So when you choose your recipe, it's going to put a transparent image of that on the station for you to put together. So you can read that. You have to go put in stuff manually that you want. So we equip the wood, drop that here. Then you want to grab the stone, put that here. Oh, I need to make the stone stool first. I think we can make that here. So certain things have to be made over here first. So Emily's off to something. So we have our furnace. we'll drop that in a moment. Real quick, there's some pretty important items here that we'll buy later on, and here's some of the armor that you can get. So if you do romance Nora, you can get the cost of this to go down. Right here is market price. This is pretty important. This tells you if stuff is... like, this tells you if you want to buy or sell. At 110%, it's a seller's market, so you don't really want to buy if you don't have to. And this number up here is how much money she has. So if you have 4,000 gold of stuff to sell, she can only buy 3,000 of it for you. And she's not going to buy just anything. She'll only buy the stuff she's interested in. So you have to go to the various stores around town in order to find where you want to peddle your stuff. So once I do this, we'll actually run around town and try to meet people.
Great job! This is your builder license. Congratulations! Now you just need to take this license over to the mayor's office and get your workshop registered, after which you can start taking regular commissions. Come back and talk with me after you register.
And in case you're wondering, we will be keeping the workshop name the same as my early access, that is. So right here is the mayor's office. This is Gale, the mayor.
Welcome, welcome! You must be the new builder. I'm Gale, the mayor of this town. It is truly wonderful to see young people getting involved in the telesis of our society.
I'm here to register my workshop.
Very well. What is the name of your workshop?
Why? It's the Hero Cave. So once you choose confirm, that'll actually be written on your house.
Nice name. There, your registration is complete.
Thank you.
Also, we're going to have a fireside town meeting once in a while. They'll be announced through the mail. Try to make them if you can. You don't want me being the only one there. I will cover town and world events at large, the usual, you know.
That means story events will move forward. These usually fall on Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember which one. It's one of those two. These are the apartments where a bunch of characters live, like Nora. This is Arlo, one of the best bachelors in the game. You must be the new builder in town. I'm Arlo, the leader of the Civil Corps. I only got one rule, no funny business. Then everyone can be happy. Easy enough, yeah? In case you're wondering, he doesn't have a lot of voice-acted lines. Those are one of those things that are supposed to be added on later. And then both of Gale's kids, which is Gust and Ginger, they are the ones that give you money for marrying them. You get stipends. So right there we met QQ, which is Gust's pet pig. I don't see either one of them. Hold on, we have to talk to Presley? So you can see the pigs on the move. So we just leveled up.
You're now a bona fide workshop owner. Your pa would have been so proud. Let me explain some of the processes for our trade. Here at the Portia office, we post workshop commissions every day on the board, over there. Based on the speed and quality of the results, we make a ranking of the workshops every week listed on the wall behind me.
There are other workshops in Portia?
Just 2.
Oh yes, adding yours, there will be 5 workshops in our jurisdiction. Besides the ranking list, you also have a workshop rating, which is listed on your license. The higher your rating, the higher quality the commissions you can get. But don't worry, if you have your father's work ethic, you'll be #1 in no time.
So when he says 5, that's just to explain the weekend stuff. The only 2 workshops that matter are yours and Higgins.
Once you're done with your orders, you can pick up the commission fee from Antoine if it's from the guild or the respective person who commissioned you. Builders make most of their money from doing commissions through the Commerce Guild. But some just build items and sell directly to the market. That's fairly lucrative as well.
Not really.
Anyway, since this is your first commission, I've kept one just for you.
That's Higgins.
Playing favorites, are we?
Higgins! You already took one today!
There are never too many commissions. Good day.
You're limited one per day.
Runt. He's the owner of the current's #1 workshop. Brilliant businessman, but I don't like the way he does things. Well, I'm sorry. That was our last one today.
Hey, Press. I got a job for you.
Or not. What is it, Arlo?
We're looking to build a bridge to Amber Island.
So the mayor finally put up the money. Well, young here is up for the challenge.
Yeah, he figured that place could be a real tourist attraction with the haunted cave and all.
Check your pa's workshop handbook to see if he has a bridge diagram in there. I remember he built a bunch. If it's there, use it at your assembly station. After you're done with the bridge pieces, you need to go to the designated spot and assemble the bridge. Also, and this is important, for a project as big as a bridge, you need to dive into the abandoned ruins to gather materials. We have one such ruin in Portia. It's located at the bottom of the temple tower.
So yeah, don't ever take any of these unless you know how to make this stuff, otherwise you're setting yourself up for failure. So, we don't have the proper thing to make rope. The stone stools are going to require 60 stone that we don't have, and I don't even know how to make the basket offhand. So leave all those alone, it's just a bad day to start. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to gather some wood. I'll probably look into cutting down another tree, and we will try to basically just set up tomorrow to be a better day. I'm going to try to make another one of these because I'm going to want to get a pair of all my stuff for the most part. Generally, you're going to want to keep stuff running as consistently as possible. So you can see we need copper and bronze for this. That's going to require a furnace and things to actually work the metal, so it's going to take a little while. We'll drop the certificate later. Meantime, we need wood. So you don't want to burn up all your stamina here. And before I forget, I was given a point, so I'm going to throw this into Mastery of Axe. That's going to make it a little easier for me to swing my axe. So it's cost me 1.5 stamina to swing instead of what it did before. Plant fiber you can use to make rope, in case you're wondering. Small trees are generally more fiber than anything. And the bigger trees generally require a better tool to work with. You can recover stamina by eating things or just sitting down. So go into town, sit on a bench for a little while, and you'll get stamina back at an extremely slow rate. It is not efficient by any stretch of the imagination. Tree sap is used to make resin through the blender. I'll use a lot of my excess tree sap just to make resin to sell for pocket change. And we're going to go in here and try to patch stuff up real quick so we can have a better tomorrow. 3 wood to fix the gap. In case you're wondering, I have no intention to go splunking until I get a point in the pickaxe thing.
All the gaps have been fixed. I'm finally gonna have a good night's sleep.
And that's important. Not just for health reasons, yada yada, but that gives us a stamina boost, in case you're wondering, putting that up there. It's up to you where you want to put it, it's just I put it up there for consistency's sake. And yeah, it's up to you what you want to do for the rest of the day. Main thing is, you do want to gather material. So, I could try to get some stone and make brick, but I'm not really in any rush to do so. By cutting down trees, I am gaining stamina. I want to burn all my stamina on the early days, because later on you're going to have days where you will not be able to burn up all your stamina in the full day allotment. Let's see. I'm just going to gather some sticks. The llamas are over here, in case you're wondering. At least they were. I don't see any right now, so they might not be out yet. Which is a little disappointing, because I would like to start gathering... There they are. Those are enemies for you to kill for their fur. You can tame them and ride them and stuff, it's just too early for that. So here we have another citizen. This is Jack, the younger brother of Alice.
I'm Jack. Nice to meet you. I hope you have a good time in town.
I think you actually have to choose the chat option to get the affection. Once you make the introduction, that is. This is Sam, one of the best bachelorettes.
Hey there. Haven't seen you around. Where you from?
We forced her to dismount. And in case you're wondering what determines how fast you can cut down a tree, you know what, I'll just take the herbs. That is determined by your strength stat. So by gaining more strength, more attack power, and so on, you'll cut down the stuff more quickly. When you look at the menu, the axe itself has a damage rating. You can use it as a weapon, it's just not very efficient. So here's one of the septuplets. This is Chiwa.
I'm Chiwa, the smallest of the Hulu brothers. There are 7 of us, so it'll probably take you a while to get used to it.
All 7 of them are romanceable, I believe. Main thing to take away, though, is they're pretty low quality in terms of husband material. So we're out of stamina, we could sit around, we can go talk to people, but we'll meet people over time. I'm not really worried about that in the slightest. I'm taking these off the bar because I want to keep my important stuff here. Stone and wood are the important things at the moment. One thing we can look into before I go to sleep is making an item box to store stuff in. I think I need wooden planks for that, though. No, I can do it. So yeah, we'll make 1 for the time being. So I will put this... I'll put it right here for now. And then you can store stuff in here. Better boxes have more space and additional pages that you can scroll through, but we all have to start somewhere. So, to buy land expansions you need money, and the amount you pay is determined by your friendship with Gale, the mayor. As you become more friendlier and friendlier with him, he'll give you more and more of a discount. So just remember, it always pays to grease the palm of politicians. So let's hop up. I'm going to look real quick in my handbook to see what other tools I can make. The cutter is pretty important. The skiver is how you make rope. You need marble for this and bronze. Stone furnace. The grinder is pretty important. You get the grinding stones. Well, you can see from there. The old parts you have to find in the mine. Character-wise, I will do the pickaxe thing in case we do go into the mine today. So we start with full stamina because, well, you saw, we fixed our house. So we're not quite living in squalor anymore. So here we have a message from Antoine. At the end of the week we need qualified people to inspect products. I'll show that off in this video. I'll try to cover all 7 days. So this is a mini game at the end of the week that has a pretty significant reward attached to it. We'd like to remind you we have 2 authorized runes, one and the hazardous rune, the Collapsed Wasteland. Stay away from there, the monsters there are really tough at the moment. We will go in there eventually. So here's Paulie. He needs 3 copper blades. I don't know what the time limit is on this. I'll take this because this is like a bonus thing. You don't get punished for taking it. Civil Corps, that's the adventurer guild thing I was telling you about. Arlo, Sam, and Remington. They'll take commissions from you to go explore the hazardous ruins and gather monster materials for you, so you don't have to kill the monsters yourself. So that's the main takeaway from that. I will open this. It was boxing, or not boxing, but a type of gloves. These are your initial weapon. At least I thought they were. Yeah, there they are. So you can left click to swing, but it costs you stamina, I believe, so I'm not swinging in the air. There goes Higgins looking for a job to take. We'll talk to Sonia real quick.
Beverages here are all brewed
That's Gust and Gale back here. Gust is one of the better bachelors for you to marry.
The new builder. I'm Gust. I'd love to stop and chat, tea, cake and all, but I'm busy. So, good day.
Gust will give you discounts for upgrading your stuff.
All right. You should get to know some of the people living in this
Your house and
town
stuff, I mean.
relevant. I made a list of store owners within the city walls. You should go introduce yourself.
So now we have some missions. So the Commerce Guild's open. Higgins is going to run here. We'll see if there's anything we can do. We're looking for like brick and charcoal type stuff. 3 talismans, 2 complicated, 5 wooden boards, stone stool. Yeah, we can't actually do any of these. Overall, the first couple days aren't too important. I will point out that dodge roll is pretty important for fighting some monsters. Okay, the attack didn't actually cost anything, which is good. Django wants a sword, I believe.
Oh, a new builder. Always nice to see young folks moving in. You need refreshments? I'm your man. Try this. It's on me this time.
So he gave us a juice. Over here we have Alice, the flower girl.
Hi. I haven't seen you around. You are?
I don't remember which brother this is. Right there is Martha's stall. This is the colorblind one, I believe. He wants the fish stew or something like that. Oh,
Hey,
fishing rod.
You're the new builder, right? I'm Chiwa. We're live to fish, but a big one broke my fishing rod yesterday. Can you make me a new one?
That's Dr. Zoo back there, Shoe.
Oh, thank you.
Some of these do have time limits, so I do want to look at that real quick. So the bridge doesn't, Furniture Maker doesn't, this one does. He wants it within a week. So we'll look into making that later. May is in here, we'll worry about her later. That's Russo the butler. This is Polly's shop. Here's Mars.
Nice to have you. If you need tools or weapons, you can come to my shop. It's got the best selection around these parts.
His store is one of the most important ones because you get the upgrade kits.
Nice kid, so I'm going to give you these for free as a leg up. Don't tell my wife, though.
Then here's the clothing store. You can get various stuff. I was using this in the final live stream. And then this is his. You can see 103, so it's not a bad time to buy or sell. You can buy minerals from him. This is Martha, the cook, the baker, I mean.
Probably the new builder everyone's talking about. I'm Martha. Nice to meet you. I run a bakery here in town.
And then this is Mars' wife, Carol.
Welcome to our little town. Hope you have a wonderful time. My store sells clothing and costumes, so if you ever need to upgrade your armor or suit for a date, come see me. Now you look like a nice kid, so I'm going to give you something for free as a leg up. Don't tell my husband though.
Wow, those pigments are huge. She did not do that in early access. Do not squander those. Those are extremely important if things have not changed. So here we have Lucy, the school teacher, a bachelorette,
Hi.
one of the lower quality
We
ones.
don't get new people moving all the way out here too often, so nice to meet you. I'm Lucy. I'm a teacher at the Portia school.
Small satchel is an accessory. It gives us a little bit more HP. So here are the various kids in the town. You have Jack. I don't remember who...
Just move here? Never
Okay.
seen you before.
Toby is the son of Martha. And then you have the triplets. Molly's not talking to us. Dolly.
Hello. I just want to say, now that you're here, we can't play hide and seek in that haunted house anymore. All your fault.
That's Michelle Marie voicing her.
Are you the new builder? I'm Polly. It's nice to see other people try to bring about the telesis of this world. Or at least, that's what the mayor likes to say. Nice to meet you.
That's Polly back there, the big burly dude.
Welcome, smallish builder. I sell furniture here at my store. So if you have any need for manly decors, you know where to find me. And since I'm so manly, I'm going to give you this to get you started.
He's good for recipes, and like crafting recipes, I mean. Sometimes you can steal stuff from Higgins, but we can't right now. Let's talk to Dr. Zhu.
Hey, welcome to Portia.
Only Dr.
I'm pretty much
Portia.
the only doctor around here, so come see me when you need to heal up or buy help items. Here, have these as a welcome gift.
Gave us 3 herbs. So we're missing Sophie and Albert. Yeah. So Albert is over here. He's next to the Commerce Guild. And Sophie is Emily's grandmother, so she's out by Emily's farm. Why do I have a quest going off? Oh, right. Chiba walked by us. Exclamation point means still in progress. That's Albert.
Ah, welcome. If you're in need of house or workshop upgrades, this is the place to be. All you need to do is select a plan from the catalog book in our company.
That's right here. So this is where you get your house upgrade that you need to get married, as well as just upgrading your workshop areas. You can get a chicken coop, a shed, a stable. I built a stable, but I didn't actually manage to capture anything before I ended the live streams. You can buy a horse from McDonald's, so you have that to fall back on. I will look into the fishing rod real quick to see if I have what it takes to make it. I'm going to empty my inventory somewhat, and then we are going to try to splunk for the rest of the day. You need wild cocoon that you can get from kicking trees, and a copper bar. I might be able to make the copper bar here. So we'll put wood here, and we can make 1. Anyway, drop this here. That is so freaking massive, man. They gave us marble. I don't think you can get any of that from the mine. As far as I know, you only get it from busting up certain rocks. Yeah, the fishing rod we can wait on. The copper blades much later on down the road. Sophie is the one who will sell you, I believe, a chicken. We'll talk to McDonald first, since he's over here. He's the one who will sell you livestock, like a horse, cows, and so on.
Howdy! Did you just arrive at our town? You might have heard of me. I'm famous around these parts. Mac, McD, ring a bell?
Here I thought old McDonald had a farm. Turns out it was actually a ranch. There's Sophie. The only way to get salt is to buy it from her.
Hello, nice to meet you. If you have any need for food items or seeds, you can come right on by.
That's Remington over here.
Let me give you something as a welcome gift.
Rep points is for your workshop rating. We can actually try to intercept him, can't we?
What's up? You must be the new builder I heard about. I'm Remington, a member of the Civil Corps. If you got any troubles, let me know and I'll try to make it go away.
That's important for summer, remember that. Some people are going to try to extort you. Spoiler. Grabbing the wood so I don't have to try to cut down trees that I'm not equipped to take down. And then it actually takes time for this stuff to process. So, real quick, I want to look at the handbook, the grinder. We need a bunch of copper for that. That one we need copper blades. So we need the grinder to make the cutter. And then the skiver is also pretty good to get. But you need the cutter for that. So yeah, there's not really much else for me to do today, so it's time to grab my pickaxe and go splunking. So I just want to warn you guys, you can find all sorts of weird and random crap in these mines. And I cannot emphasize that enough because one of the guys on my live stream, Random, he cracks up when I find couches down here.
Hey there. First time ruin diving?
Yep.
Alrighty, let me explain then. All the ruins in the Alliance of Free Cities are regulated by the Civil Corps. To enter the ruins, you'll need to pay a weekly maintenance fee, but we'll give you a 60% discount the first time. When you enter, I'll give you the jetpack and scanner. Very handy ancient relics. Mining for resources becomes a lot easier when you have these equipped. When you come out, you'll need them back, since they're very rare. This one beside me is an abandoned ruin. No monsters or robots in there, just resources and relics like power stones. Anything you find in the ruins are yours to keep, unless they're ancient weapons. Then we're supposed to hand them over to the church for destruction.
Forgot to introduce you guys to Petra and Merlin, but we'll fix that tomorrow. The thing I wanted to warn you about is there can be robots in certain areas here, so don't think you're complete. Well, you have to walk into the area. You're generally safe in here.
Okay, I'm done. Have fun and be safe in there.
So we're allowed to enter this for 1 week now. We want to make the most of this because I'm cheap. And then I'll explain all this stuff. The scanner allows you to find relics and other things of value. You can jump around with your jetpack and so on. So the discolored splotches are where you'll find the copper. It's the other area where you will find iron. There's no iron to be found here. It's just copper and tin, I believe. Sometimes you'll find a bigger vein than this, so it's up to you if you want to walk around. You can reset the mine, which will basically allow you to dig everywhere here again. That costs... I forgot what exactly it does cost, but it is possible, just so you know. And real quick, I'll show you the scanner. So you can't swing while this is going on, but those dots are rare treasure. We'll actually go for this one just to show you. So cross your fingers, random, if you're watching this. It might very well be a couch. I'm looking for Power Stone to be exact. I got 3 Power Stones, sweet. Power stones are needed to power your equipment, as the name may sound. They're basically batteries. So we do get a lot of stone from here. We can then turn the stone into brick or what have you. We got the old parts I was looking for right there. So we're in very good position, believe it or not. I don't know if things are fixed the very first time you enter, like right now, so that I find the stuff I need, because you're not guaranteed anything. This is extremely random. There are ways to get the relic stuff you need, but that's much, much later on when you actually have the museum built. I didn't keep playing to show that. I had to reach the Sunday and I was too lazy. Plus I had to go on a trip, so that was the other thing occupying me. So right there we leveled up, so I could put this into this real quick, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to dig and crap. So time passes while you're in here. If you look in the bottom right corner, you'll see it's 1630, so it's 4:30 p.m. if you're not familiar with military time. I want to spend pretty much all my stamina here just mining. It would be really sweet if I could find a couple more data disks. Sometimes they are just literally in the rock. You'll just come across them on accident. I got one right there if you didn't see it. I need 5 for what I have planned. Data disks are a type of currency for the church. You can get items that are exclusive to them, and then you can also give them to Petra for various recipes. Those are bigger recipes than the stuff you get from Polly, in case you're wondering. So real quick, we will go for you. Like, 10 data disks would be awesome, but I would be more than happy with 5. So we got more old parts, more power stones. You'll see what I'm going to do tomorrow why we need the power stone. It's not game-breaking, but it'll just show you some stuff. It's an FYI type thing. But anyway, every swing of my pickaxe should only cost 1 stamina now since I have the level 2 harvest thing. So here we get a relic piece. He's referencing the research center, which you guys have yet to see. Screw it, we'll go down this way. So we got a monument piece. In case you're wondering, the museum allows you to trade these with other people, not real people, but NPCs, and it can allow you to get the missing pieces for the various relics. But anyway, it's starting to get late. It's 7 PM. Next level up, I want to get more efficient axe swinging, and then we can look into gathering some wood. Ideally, I want to get another furnace. The problem is it's going to cost all my wood just to... Yeah, I think I'm good here. That's good. So to leave, hit M, then E. I'm playing this with a keyboard. I don't know what it is with a controller. Overall, I find this much better actually with a mouse and keyboard than a controller. It seems a little counterintuitive, but hey. I do not believe you can cut down the stuff in town. At night, Ginger will roam about. I forgot what her condition is called. Something like Zermadosa Xenoderma pigmentosa or something like that.
Hey, neighbor! Do you have a minute? I've been meaning to talk to you.
Sure, what's up?
I just got a new craft recipe all the way from Highwind. It's a box that can be used to cultivate crops. People in Highwind have been using it for a while now, and supposedly it's great. Can you build it and test it out for me? If it works as advertised, I'll order a few more off of you.
So she gave us wheat seed, fertilizer, and the planter box recipe. Here's the craft recipe. There's a few seeds to plant. If you need more, buy them from Granny's shop. Try growing them to maturity. Show me the harvest. I have a tip for you. Using fertilizer will increase the harvest. So right-click on this. There we go. We now know how to make the box. I kind of want to see if Ginger's out, because we can talk to her real quick. She is a pain trying to get all of the affection stuff for her. The research lab is right there. That's where Petra and... crud, I'm drawing a blank. Merlin hang out. I'm gonna talk to Phyllis just for the affection points.
Hi. Dr. Sue is a... Goodbye.
So we have a chest here. Apricot juice. There's chests hidden throughout town. It's just I don't have any desire to go gather them. That's the missing dog thing, I think. No, that's not. Oh well. We can't really do anything with the dog until we have the blender. How do you get the blender, you ask? Why, it takes 5 data disks. The llamas sleeping, I think, is something new because I've always seen them running around. And that's a lot closer than I've seen the ladybugs. We're gonna try kicking a tree. I think this one's better to kick. It does cost stamina to do this, so be careful. Sometimes you can get cocoons to come out. Rubber fruit. You use that to make rubber, as the name may imply. Anyway, I'm just gonna pick up sticks. So I'm gonna make a stone stool real quick. I'm actually out of inventory space, but we'll remedy that in a second. So we're gonna make another furnace. have our copper bar, and we can queue up more of these now. So it's going to take a day to make 10 of those, and this one's going to make copper. So those are now working, we'll have them run through the night. I'm getting a little overwhelmed with this already. I'll worry about sorting these later, which probably makes the people from the live stream wince. How many times did I say that through the playthrough? I don't think I need to unload anything else over here. It's fine to keep everything the way that is. Emily asked for a wooden planter box. So we need the cutter. The animal crap is going to be hard to get. You can literally beat the crap out of animals. It's just not guaranteed or anything. So right there we can talk to Petra. That's going to give us a search of EXP data disk for Petra. So Lee wants those, but Lee's not getting them. Basically I want to see right here, there's no time limit on Emily. So the main thing is trying to get this fishing rod. And I'm just going to kick this tree and see if I get lucky. Something fell. Rubber fruit. And then if you want stamina back, just find a bench. I'm going to sit to get one back, and then I'll kick at the tree one more time. Okay, it is now midnight. There was no penalty for staying up real late in the early access game, but that could very easily have changed. Nothing. In case you're wondering, the game saves while you sleep, as you can see in the bottom right corner, so that means I probably did lose my old game. This seems like it only has one save file. First things first, these do not have a lot of capacity for fuel. So when you wake up, you usually want to make a beeline to these and just check them. For the bars, I'm going to store these in here, just so that they don't take up more space than they have to. Otherwise, over here, I'm not really seeing anything else that I need to do. We're going to make a beeline to McDonald because why I want those power stones. So this is something I did not do during the live stream. I don't know if this is going to work because McDonald and I don't really know one another, but we'll try it. You can get your animal crap right there, by the way.
My Rambo is going to win the title of Mr. Bull this year. You can bet on it.
Power stones are very, very popular with the people. Thank you for remembering my birthday. I really like it. So, you took the one, and that gave us a surge of relationship points with him. He hates us a little bit less. I was hoping there'd be more for me to collect, but that'll have to do for now. So I do plan on trying to show the various characters' birthdays. I'm going the wrong way, crud. McDonald's the first one. Well, let's give us a chance to talk to Sophie. She gives you a discount in her farm shop. It's just her stuff is so cheap that's not as important as it sounds. Anyway, I want to duck into the Commerce Guild and see if they have anything for me. Higgins already took one. In case you're wondering, he will take something off the board, so if you want it, you have to beat him to it. It's not like he just takes something that doesn't exist. She wants 3 shell necklaces, he needs 5 glass, 3 talismans. This one is feasible. So I'm going to take that. Basically, you just have to burn sand and you'll make your glass. That means I have to cancel one of those things I have going in my furnace to do so, but it'll be worth it. I don't want to talk to him right now. I'll talk to him on the way back. We'll talk to Nora real quick just for the friendship. Hey.
Hey, stop by if you need it. See ya.
And then basically I just try to do the rounds, talking to the people as I go. There is an achievement for talking to, doing 500 of these conversations, so earlier you start the better. Oaks does literally nothing, I believe, or at least he used to for marrying him, so low priority. Sanwa, he's one of the septuplets, that's a big issue. Polly gives you a discount at his store. And then, like I said, you get recipes from him, so it can be worth a while, even though it's not. Well, Mars is the highest value shop, in case you're wondering, because you don't even buy a lot from her either once you have the suit of armor that you want to use. Well, not suit of armor, but the clothes you want to wear. This is Merlin.
I'm busy. Go ask Petra.
You can see she's friendly. You do have to date her regardless. I mean Merlin.
What do we have here? Oh, a data disk.
You know what it is?
You want to know? This is actually related to how you can discover new diagrams for your workshop handbook. We rely on relic components from the past to build a lot of our current constructs. Many relics in this world are beyond our current understanding, and you won't be able to build them. Not even in 100 years. That's where this data disk comes in. These data disks are located all around the world. They hold lots of useful information on the old relics. If you find any, give them to us and we'll help you research into these relics. The research effort will produce the diagrams that you need to build them. We're not miracle workers, so don't expect us to come up with things from scratch, but we do know a thing or two about how the components should fit together. Anyway, just remember that if you find any data disks, bring them to me, okay? What did you bring me this time? Ah, this must be a piece of a relic. You can use our recovery machine in the research center to restore it to its original shape. It'll take data disks, but it should be pretty fast. Have fun.
That's low priority.
Hi. Hi. Did you discover something new?
So we're gonna give her
That
5
should be
data
enough
disks.
Data disks. Still, if you want to expedite our research, you can submit more data disks. The more data, the faster we work.
So if you want to speed her up, you can do this. I don't have them, so
Data
she's out of
collection
luck.
on these disks are minimal. There should be useful info on them. We'll have something for you by tomorrow.
And then I just want to talk. So we can't do anything with Lee because we literally just used up all of our discs. By doing that, that gives us a chance to get the blender or some other tool. Could be the cook pot.
Hey, Toby is a troublemaker.
Now, the next thing I want to talk about are relationships.
I don't know why the girls always mess with Toby. He's actually a really good adventurer in my book. One time, he took me to the cemetery at night to try to exorcise the legendary ghost girl. Nothing showed up, but I was scared out of wits. Toby just laughed it off.
So the triplets here. If you become friends with them, the friendship spreads, so to speak. So you get relationship points
Flowers are blooming. They smell wonderful.
with their entire family. So that in turn allows you to get more friendship or relationship with Mars and Carol, that's his wife's name, which in turn can make it easier for you to get the discounts you're looking for. All of the characters are linked to at least one other person. So Polly is linked to the Civil Corps with one another, Alice to her brother, that's the smallest one I believe. You know what, let's go meet the ghost girl that they were talking about. Here's Isaac, the old man.
Hello, you're the new builder, I suppose. I hope you're wiser and more reasonable than the other foolish builder in town.
He doesn't have a high opinion of Higgins, and who can blame him? I never played his minigame, so I can't tell you how to play it. But here's the ghost girl. She's called that because of her condition. She can only come out at night, and she is ghostly pale because she refrains
Be the new builder.
from being in the
It's so
sun.
nice to meet you. I'm Ginger. Hope you find our little town fitting.
That is Gale's daughter. She's the single hardest person to romance in the game, just because she's like Bianca from Rune Factory in that she has everything, so she needs nothing, and sucks to be you, I'll put it that way. Anyway, we need to start burning our sand to make glass. Grabbing some firewood. I'm gonna stop the bronze right now. So say you have a change of heart, you can cancel and get the material back. The only thing you lose is kind of the fuel. Wow, how much glass do I need? 5 glass. Hold on, I have the glass. Why wouldn't it let me? Okay, there it goes. So it's very time consuming. I'm gonna set this up to run on both of them during the night, and hopefully it'll be finished in the morning. Now the bad news is I am running out of space here, so we're gonna toss the crap in here. Not very well managed, but it's early game. We're pressed for resources and racing the clock, so to speak. So I would love to get another data disk.
How about the planter box?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's not happening, Emily, you're out of luck. So real quick, on the topic of tools. Grinder, I can make that. So we're just gonna go in the mine and spend the rest of the day there, most likely. Don't be afraid about taking stuff that's going to pile up. So the power stone's not really an issue. Stone, sand, iron, tin, yada yada yada. So right here I need ordinary stone because I need the sand. And then I've never seen that husbandry thing before. That could be a relic, that could be... there's no telling what that could be. The bad news, though, is that takes up an inventory space. And my inventory space is at an extreme premium right now. Eventually you'll stop getting EXP, or either it'll be so negligible it doesn't really matter anymore. Trying to remember the most efficient way to get sand. We need a total of 32. The soil isn't bad to take. I'm gonna need that for the planter box. So right there I got kind of lucky with the sand, but it looks like my luck's starting to run out. Got a data disk, so we can do the thing with Lee when we get the chance. We'll go for this. I'm praying this is not a relic. Hoping this is just ordinary consumable items. Good. So anyway, I leveled up. Character, I'm going to put the point in this. And then we'll go into this, just so I can try to get that damn cocoon. So next you want to go for these to increase your yield. Anything nearby. So right here we're just going to power forward this way. We almost have the sand we need. Not too bad in terms of stamina. It's a relic, damn it. Okay, small engine. That's actually a pretty important item, believe it or not. That was rather fortunate. Next one is over here. Anyway, we can burn the stone to make brick, and then we can sell the brick for money. We are steadily getting more stamina as we level up, but the thing is, you get more stamina by like furnishing your house and stuff like that. And I would not be opposed to getting more power stone, more data disks, and the like. Those are so much more valuable than the various relics here. Unfortunately, in my live streams, I spent way too much time looking for the damn relics. So, I need tin. So, yielding this is pretty painful right now, but it's going to be a little bit better once you have the next set of the harvesting stuff. Because you'll get like 2 instances of tin or 2 instances of copper, and it adds up as you go. And I think as you get a better tool, you also get more stuff, like you upgrade your pickaxe. Another data disk. We have 4. Ideally, I'd get 6 here. So real quick, I want to look at the EXP stuff. I'm getting 40 a swing. But otherwise, lore-wise, in case you're wondering, their world underwent some sort of apocalyptic event, and as a result, they're trying to rebuild civilization. That's why builders are so important. Lee, as a member of the church, is trying to prevent technology from rising up to cause another apocalypse, while the research center is trying to argue for responsible use of technology. That's why, as you play along, you'll see that Merlin and Lee do not get along, and Petra is kind of dragged in everything. That's why they both want data disks and so on. Anyway, that's it for today. Basically, I need to use the rest of my stamina to get wood so I can keep my stuff running. I also need to queue up more glass. Do that one. And I'm going to cancel this to make more glass. Oh, right there. So we're going to refuel that. That's literally all my wood now. And basically right now I'm just looking for stacks. I don't have any sand over there. I'll carry the hardwood on me. I'm gonna need to look to make money somewhat soon because I can't afford to live this way. If you want to argue this is living, that is. We can sell the honeybee wax or the honey provided it's a seller's market. I think I'm just gonna drink the milk. Yeah, I'm just gonna drink these real quick. Ooh! Okay, this is actually really, really big. Ak is a robot that'll appear later on. You use this to teach him how to feed animals. I never got that when I last played this, so I'm a little excited to get that now. We're going to store the engine in here. And then, tool-wise, to make a grinder, we need old parts, copper bars, and grinding stone. I can make all those. So they added this in for the live game, and that's actually a pretty nifty feature. Before, you would have to try to remember what exactly you wanted to put in, and it was more annoying than anything. Old parts, we have those. And now we need the copper bars. Hit shift to break up the stack. I'm only going to take what I need. Hit T to rotate stuff in case you want to line things up a certain way. Toss the power stones in and we will start queuing up the 3 copper blades. That way we can do the furniture maker quest. Anyway, I'm going to start kicking trees. We need that damn cocoon. So we got a rubber fruit. I think that's another rubber fruit. Let's try this one. Takes 2 stamina to kick a tree. Got honey. You can always sell that. There we go, we got our cocoon. Ah, we need wood. So, let's toss that there, this one here, this one here, and this one here. Time-wise, we do have time. So hit a right-click on stuff in order to consume it. I don't know if I can cut down this tree. Nope. Bigger trees give you better stuff. Hopefully that kind of goes without saying. We'll kill the llamas one day, but for now they are allowed to live in peace. Sometimes you'll see Ginger walking around out here, which is why she's known as the Ghost Girl. She'll come out at night, she'll come out when it rains. There are a few instances here and there. For some reason it won't register the copper bar. Oh, I just used all my copper. That sucks. Toss that in there. Isn't there anything else I need? I'll move that down there for now. So you can get by with one grinder for a while because the stuff it makes pretty quick. This is what we're going to want next. So we're going to need more copper, and then we're going to need brick. Ideally, I'm going to show you guys the entire first week, but you can hear a lot of stuff going on around me, so...
Hi. So you're the new builder in town. I heard you're from Barnarock. It's a lot more humid here in Portia. Have you got used to the humidity here?
No.
Health is the most important thing in life, right? Don't wait until you're sick to do something about it. A seaside proverb says prevention is the best cure. Don't you agree? Good. But still, eat some healthy foods. Good for the body, good for the mind. Try using milk, golden salmon, and salt to make the creamy salmon stew. It's a local stew. I personally find it very healthy.
Great. So I'm going to queue up a few bricks here. And here we need to create copper bars. We have mail. So you usually get this from the research center saying, yeah, we're working into what it is. Since this is something small, we'll get the results the next day, but the bigger stuff does require significant more time investment. Here's Lee. We'll talk to him real quick and hopefully I don't lose my discs.
Good day, Builder. Oh dear, a data disk.
You know what this is?
Of course. This is what the ancients used to store information on their technologies back in the age of corruption. It is highly dangerous because there's a chance this little item here can contain the blueprint for world destruction.
It can't be that bad, right?
You're what, 18? 19? The Age of Darkness is probably just another fairy tale story to you, right? When I was young, my great-grandma told me first-hand accounts about the time before Peach, the time when folks lived in the ruins underground. She went days without food. Everyone fought everyone else over the most basic of things. People were considered old when they hit 30, and it was always dark.
Peach is the mythical hero in their world, in case you're wondering.
Imagine that. That's what the end of the world looked like. And that was created by the very same dark technologies stored inside this little disc. Anyhow, I'm not trying to scare you, but it's the reality of your builder business. All the dangerous technology are spread around the world, waiting to be stumbled upon. And in the case of the research center and cities like Vega 5, expediting in their recovery, then calamity will strike again.
Mark my words. So it's a priority of the church to seek out and destroy all data disks and other dangerous relics, with help from rune divers such as yourself, of course. So I can give this to you?
Yes, that's right. The church will reward you handsomely for your efforts. We have in our possession a vast amount of green technology, learned through the ages. But wait a minute, I know that look. The church isn't against the use of good technology that can bring telesis to our society. We're only against dangerous technology.
What kind of green technology?
Mostly special seeds. You'll see. We can share what we have with you as you bring us more discs. You do know how to plant crops, right?
I do, but you guys won't yet until you do Emily's quest.
Okay, great. Here, I'll take that disc and give you some seeds to get you started. When you discover more discs, bring them to us and we'll give you more seeds. You'll be doing this world a great service.
They mainly give you tree seeds, which are pretty strong from what I understand. I couldn't get mine to fruit before I stopped playing. Give us cotton seeds. And where's Adit? He lives on the tree farm, so yeah, he's out in the middle of freaking nowhere. We can't take on a new quest until we complete his old one. Purple hair here is a passenger. She's just a random NPC that you can't interact with in any way, shape, or form. She's just here to basically be an extra body in the background, I guess. Tree farm is an annoying quest later on. Since I know what I'm doing now, I'll show you guys how to resolve it fairly quickly and easily. But it is so damn obnoxious if you don't know what you're doing. There's a lot of stuff in the game that was really poorly explained in early access that I'm hoping might have been changed somewhat. So the only bad thing about this quest was just that it's so far out of my way. You're new in town as well? I moved here a little while. Name's Adit. You're a reliable builder. So he gave us a golden toad. That's not good. The golden toad I displayed in my live stream. It gives you a lot of HP for doing so. It's just you need to display it on something. You can't just toss it on the ground, if I remember. I'm gonna need to make another box, damn it. I'm leaving that alone because I don't know what its contents are. Wanted to talk to Sam, but she's too fast. There are skills that allow you to get more out of your stamina, so don't panic that you get winded so early. There's no, like, increase on level up, it's purely through skills. Lee wants 15 charcoal, easy one, 2 water tanks. This one pays a lot, but it's not really worth it. So, 15 charcoal, we can do this one. You get charcoal by burning wood, in case you're wondering. Trying to think of what else I need to do for the day. Character-wise, we have 1 skill point. We're going to use that on this one, because I plan on going into the mine while I can. Fishing rod, planter box, charcoal. See, I kind of want to keep the bricks going, but the customer request takes priority. So that's pretty much all my wood. Real quick, how close am I to leveling? Not even close. Wood is wood is a very important resource this early in the game. The thing is, on your first week, I recommend going heavier in terms of minerals because you want to take advantage of the mine while you can. It's going to go up in price once that week ends. It's going to cost you, I think, 300 to get in. So, use as much of this as you can, build a mineral stockpile, get some wood on the side, and it should last you.
Hello.
It's annoying when Mars goes in here, man. You have to wait for him to come out unless you're going to go in after him. And that does mean you have to pay. So every once in a while you'll notice we're going to get 2 instances of the metals instead of just 1. So 10, that was 11, 12, 13, 15, 17. It'd be nice if I got some of this for tin, but hey. I wonder if you actually need the upgraded tools to get the tin more reliably. And then I should also point out real quick, with the money I got from Adit, I could unlock this row, which I may do depending on what all I find down here. We'll probably definitely be able to afford it when we have Lee's money on top of that. I took way too long to increase my inventory space when I was doing this my first time around, and I want to make sure that you guys don't make that mistake. You actually have to have the materials on hand to complete the quest. Having them sitting in your box doesn't count. The reason why this is important is because for a lot of your crafting stuff, you actually don't need it on hand unless you're using the when you're using the assembly bench or assembly table, you need it on hand. When you're using the workbench, you do not. Got a data disk. I don't know how many of those I have. But there is an ability that gives you more EXP. I forget where exactly that one is. And then you also get EXP for killing stuff like the llamas, or if you want to go in the hazardous ruins for killing the stuff in there. It's just, you want to make sure you have better... Well, you want to make sure you have some armor when you finally do go in there. Anything that boosts your hit points will be incredibly important because you're not going to be able to dodge everything. There are poisons and traps and all sorts of crap there that's going to try to kill you. That's what it comes down to. So real quick, is there any relics? Ooh, we're going in. This is usually where you'll find the robots. So that dropped mucus. Got a fluffy rabbit. Keep in mind you don't have to kill these things if you don't want to. We got a lucky crit there. Here we got another golden toad. And then this one you only want to kill for the sake of killing because he's not actually guarding anything. Anyway, that's all, folks. For the rabbit, I don't know if you can equip that or not. No, it's for your house. So we'll drop that when we go home. Sometimes you can mine some of the runes there for iron and other stuff. It's possible you need a pickaxe upgrade, so that's why I'm not trying to. Plus, we really don't need iron. It's easy to come across when you use the other abandoned rune. Fan, that's like the rabbit. That's actually a good thing, believe it or not. It's not a couch, but it's literally the next best thing. Galloping horse. Mucus is important for making fertilizer and other things, in case you're wondering. Okay, I got a data disk. So what am I at now? 6? That's good enough. Yeah, I can afford to leave here now. So the rabbit and the fan can go on the ground. Something needs to hold the toads, though. That's May. She's the journalist. We'll try to talk to her real quick. She's not speaking, though, at the moment. You can rip off Higgins if you go to his shop and steal stuff from him, but he'll challenge you to a fight if he catches you. There's an early game strategy where you go to his shop while he's actually looking for a contract to take. That way, he's occupied and you have free reign to take stuff from him. Damn, need a better pickaxe. This is money if I remember correctly. I'm just gonna focus on wood for the moment. And I just realized something. I never actually equipped the point. We want this one here, so that we have a chance of getting double wood. I don't know if that counts as like double fiber and stuff, but who cares? You can see that the trees around your farm will respawn given time, so don't hesitate to cut them all down. There's no penalty for clear cutting them or anything. Kinda wish these... There we go. I was about to say, these things used to crap all over the field, but for some reason they stopped. Potato fruit seed. So for the crap itself, it used to sit there Like, you can come back at a later time when you actually have the inventory space. So I'm gonna leave that be. So the charcoal is all done. Mainly I want to get a bunch of that going. So we have the charcoal on hand now. I'm going to drop the rabbit in the fan. I don't think I can do anything with the toad. No, need something to rest on. So Chiwa's right there. Here's your rod.
This is one wicked-looking rod. Thanks a bunch, mate. Here, I have some extra lure. Maybe you'll enjoy fishing as much as me.
So you're gonna need those caterpillars if you ever want to go fishing. You can get them from trees, from gathering herbs, and so on. Don't think that these are extremely rare or anything, because they're not. Otherwise, yeah, I think it's time to make a new box. Now you can move your boxes just by clicking up here. You can name them certain things if you want to arrange them a certain way. So I'm just going to toss my seed stuff in here for the time being. I'm not going to be doing Emily's quest, regrettably. I will do it eventually, just not now. I'm also going to toss this in here because we don't use those every day. I want to pull this, this, this. The others can stay. Okay, we're much better off than we were. So what all do we need for this thing? Copper blades, 2. Meantime, I need to get more wood. Although I'm running out of crap to cut down. The small viney looking things will mostly give you just rope. Well, fiber, I mean. In case you're wondering, there's an elite monster for most of the enemies you encounter in the game. There is one for the llamas. If I run into it now, I'm pretty much dead. These gloves aren't going to make that much of a difference, to be perfectly realistic with you guys. But anyway, once we actually have our tools assembled, then we can look into doing the build the bridge and so on. So you'll see the fertilizer, crap, whatever you want to call it, is still out here. And right here I'm just trying to burn all my stamina for the day. Gain as much wood as you can is pretty important throughout the game. This, like when you get the tree farm, Adit and whatever the one septuplet is will help you with the wood. But this early in the game you are solo, man. Ah, crap. Not getting that one. So right here I want to toss these into the box, queue up more charcoal. I'm going to have the charcoal go throughout the night, that way I have more if I ever need it in the future. Charcoal is very, very important. It's something that comes up a crap load. No pun, crap pun here intended. And then you can increase the copper just by doing this. Like, you don't have to actually cancel and then restart it. Just do that if you want more to be made. These can only work on 10 things at a time. When you get higher tier ones, they go all the way up to like 50, I believe. And here we just need the stone. I'm gonna queue up the stone tomorrow. Otherwise, planter box, we need the wooden board, so we need the cutter for that. We're getting close to being able to make that. If I had a couch, I could sit down. Just saying. Anyway, you cannot take any commissions on the weekend. Instead, you have to play the workshop minigame. There are no more birthdays of note in this video, so it'll be the next one, the live stream, that I have to remember that Antoine's is the 10th. I'm getting good with the pig if I had an apple, but I don't. So right here we have the civil furnace, which is actually the upgraded furnace. I don't want to mess with that right there. Pulling up the handbook. So here you go. You need marble planks, bronze plates, stone stool. This is actually kind of easy to make. You just need the civil cutter to make the planks, the cutter for the plates. We can even make those. So I'm going to cancel this last one because I want to start working on the bricks. I'm going to have those go hard because, like, I can't take on any new jobs, so I just need to finish the ones at hand. Put these here. So it's Saturday, as a result everyone's schedule is a little different. We're still going to try to spend some time in the mine. Here we'll get close so you can... Okay, she's called a tourist now. She used to be called a passenger. In case you're wondering, I'm not going to try the phone booth thing until I'm playing this on the live stream. People had a good kick out of how that broke the fourth wall, and I want to deprive them of that. So right there he gave us a brooch. Okay, so it's right here. I don't see the satchel though. The character will change his appearance as you get various accessories and stuff. I used to have the duckboard on my back, but I don't have a duckboard anymore. Anyway, here's the little mini game. So you have to observe objects and try to find the differences and correct the differences. I don't know why Polly keeps coming in here. I never actually looked at this, but if you wanted to see it, the hero cave is all the way down here. Higgins is way up here. He has a Class B workshop, I have a Class D. The reward for it is going to be Ocean's Fortune, which is for rank 1. This is a permanent stat boost. Lucky chest is random items, data discs, and money is self-explanatory, and just keep in mind that is a lot of money. Okay, they're not doing it this day. Huh. Okay, I guess you'll have to look at the live streams for the minigame. Just know you can rotate the item with the right click. I didn't know that for the longest time, so I was guessing blindly.
Waiting for me to have dinner. I need to head home right after I finish the work. Not a minute's delay.
Sam lives somewhere around here. Somebody catch Mars. There he is. It's only one relationship point, but it's pretty big to upgrade his stuff. So right here is a buyer's mark. You can see everything is down in price. You need these upgrade kits to upgrade your stuff, as their name kind of implies, so that'll allow you to make a better axe and so on. I think you'll need iron and stuff for that too, so just be aware. It's important to stay healthy, yada yada yada. I want to talk to Carol, damn it.
Lucy wants to talk to me about Dolly's behavior again. Goodbye.
Okay, Michelle, I have to call you out here. Why do you voice troublemakers? I don't know if there's any reward for Merlin. Petra is a romanceable candidate, in case you're wondering.
Hi, did you discover something new? That
Giving
should be
her
enough
5.
data disks. Still, if you want to expedite our research, the data corruption on these disks are...
So there's fixed pools. Wow, she's asking for 10, I don't even have 10. So there are only certain things you can get for giving her 5 discs, and then the 10s are generally upgrades on the 5s. So I would recommend trying to work your way up. Let's see if we can steal from Higgins real quick. I don't see him around here. Ooh. Bronze. We'll talk to Alice real quick. She will give you flowers for Axe Quest, where he wants you to drop flowers on a grave. I didn't actually talk to Ginger even though I ran by her house because I was so busy trying to get to Petra. But yeah, if you want to marry Ginger, start early, man, because it is so damn difficult. You'll also want to get the one skill that gives you extra relationship points just for talking, because talking's the only reliable way to get stuff with her. No, get up, man! I don't know where he's going. She better not be going to bed.
Hey, people in Portia.
And then I haven't shown the spar yet, but you can fight people. Sometimes it puts them in a good mood. There are a couple people who you cannot fight, such as Sophie, Ginger, and so on, for health purposes. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see an old lady get roughed up as much as the next guy, it's just the devs aren't as cold-blooded as I can be at times. Lonely windmill. So you know what? Let's do it. Unlock. I'm probably gonna need that. And then the theme here is just keep digging. If you can see your head, you're not deep enough. Now keep in mind there is a limit to what all you can get out of these. Then you have to pay to reset them. So make it count, folks. Bah. Not see anything else. This is always annoying. So it took me a long time to do the bridge last time. I'm going to try to do it a little bit more quickly this time around. As much as I don't want to admit it, I think it did take me until summer to get it. And the bad part is once you do get over there... Damn it, it's another relic. Once you do get over there, then you have to build the battery, and that leads into a dungeon, so when you finally get around to doing that, you want to make sure you have a sword to defend yourself. So, real quick, let's warp back to start, because I don't want to navigate these annoying tunnels. main thing I'm looking for are data disks. And the reason for that is because they... Is that an eye... Yes, that is an eyeglass. The eyeglass can be dropped by Pinecocks. It's not really that valuable. You want Petra to unlock various things for you to build, and you can work on those as you do other things. Another talker piece. I don't think I've gotten any data disks yet. Old parts, that's not really that bad at the moment. Those are... they pretty much always have a use. You may need them to build tools of your own, and then worst come to worst, you can always use them for request type stuff. Finally got a data disk. The other thing that would be really nice to get is actually one couch. That looks like another thermos. Now there's a chance I could get iron from that thing, it's just I'm not going to bother with it because, like I was saying, iron isn't really that important, it's easy to get. So the thing I'm divided on right now is, do I want to go for another point in lumberjacking or mining? We'll worry about the research center the next day. I don't know if you actually have to catch Merlin and Petra when they're in there, or how that works exactly. Merlin will move around... Couch! Ha! For those who didn't believe. Merlin will move into the museum once you unlock it, so... she won't always be in the research center. Anyway, the reason why I wanted a couch is because now I can sit down at my farm. Data disk, I'm looking for another 5. With 5, I should be able to get the cooking set and the blender, and I'll be in a really good spot. The one thing that's going to suck is I believe those do require iron, so I'm not going to be able to take advantage of them early. Weird glass jar. Another data disk. Sadly, I don't think you can ever get double data disks from this. That would be really nice if you could, because then you can use them for Lee, and it looks like I got my 5th. So anything I get from here is just bonus. But the main thing is, once my pass runs out, I'm not going to spend as much time here as I have been. What I'm trying to get in the habit of, just for monetary efficiency, is just when I pay for the pass, abuse it like no tomorrow, man. It's kind of close. But this is going to be it for this excursion. By the way, in case you're wondering about the painting, I don't think we can hang it in the house. We might be able to. But they tell you you can place it in the museum once you unlock it. In case you're wondering, that's quite a ways away. Damn. I'm going for it. It's gonna be really hard to find these next time, so that's why I'm going for it. Mainly just because they're all clustered together, otherwise, yeah, I would have pieced out. Another data disk. There it is. That looks like a relic piece. Another piece of the talker. It's a type of phone, in case you didn't gather. Another horse piece. Yeah, that's fine. It's gonna be close. I think I can reach it. Funnily enough, I would have loved to have gotten another couch. So real quick, character-wise, we will put this into lumberjacking, I think. Just because I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff with the wood in the near future. Actually, we can probably do both. Cancel that. We'll go for this one and then the other one, because I can use that for marble stuff. Is that scraps? Apple slices are a very nice stamina recovery item. One of the better ones in the game until you make apricots. I could not make those when I conclude the live stream, but I was very close to being able to. You need to grow an apricot tree, and you can do it from there. So real quick. So we need to fuel this up, make a bunch of bronze. Put this up here. Now the bad news is I'm running out of space to put these. So we're going to drop this here. Toss in a couple power stones, and I need wooden boards. We'll do 4, because I think that's what I need for the planter box. 3. Still, that's fine. Refuel this so it doesn't crap out over the night. That's going to run for 8 hours. That works for me. So next step is inventory stuff. I found old parts, a lot of old parts. You know what, I'm gonna pull these out and just turn this into a place to store my relic crap. I'm gonna put this here for the time being. The other stuff, I don't think I really mind lugging around. I'm not gonna carry the power stone anymore, because, well, I will eventually, just not at the moment. Oh, that's right, I forgot. This one here. I said I would try to hang this. can. So we'll give that to the museum eventually. But then, if you want stamina, here you go. Not efficient by any stretch of the imagination, but it's always an option for you. That in turn frees up a little bit more inventory space for us. And for the next tier, we need 600. Anyway, time to sleep. So this is going to be the last day in this video. Emily's going to be going to church, so we can show her on her way there. Actually, I don't think she even needs to see it at the moment, because she wants us to grow something. I think it was wheat. So let's look at the mission real quick. Farmer, harvest. So yeah. We'll drop this here. So you left click to sow your seeds. You can left click to apply your fertilizer. And wheat grows fairly quickly, which is good news. So right now we need to go to the research center. That's the bridge. They actually have the fishing spots marked, which is kind of nice. It's possible we may not be able to do the research center thing because it's Sunday, which would suck. So we have a meeting at Peach Plaza at 7 o'clock. We want to make sure we actually make that to there. It's going to take 2 days for the data disk stuff. That's fine. And we're going to go to church. Basically, in the morning, a large portion of Portia will go there, and you can just talk to him for a bunch of free relationship points. It's not a lot, but hey, every little bit helps, right?
That's Sunday fire.
So we don't need to talk to Alice while we're there. Gale goes, Ginger does not.
Gus is nothing like me. Well, except for his talent and good-looking face.
It's funny, he looks more like the mailman if you ask me.
Hello. I have to hand over all my income to my wife each month. Wish I had more spending money. Goodbye.
Henpecked to high hell, man. Not sure who lives there. Hey, it's Oaks. As a rule of thumb, you're going to want to get everyone in Portia to relationship level 2. Ginger gives you a really, really nice accessory when you do. She may not actually be outside of her room. That sucks. Like, Ginger is the really important one, and as you may imagine, she is also one of the most difficult. Well, she is the most difficult. So right there is Toadie's fish shop. In case you're wondering, if you make friends with the Civil Corps, they give you stat boosts and various effects for those hunt things you want them to do.
Hey, discovered something new?
Yeah, I found these strange lenses in the ruins. Do you know what they are?
Oh, this is pretty neat. They're glasses with a colorful tint. These aren't regular lenses, though, that's for sure. Hey, Director, come check this out.
What do we have here? Interesting. I'm going to take a look. You can come back tomorrow.
Hi.
That is for the colorblind
There are
twin.
many for-
Well, septuplet, in case you're wondering. So there's no school on Sunday. Polly's here.
Once, I said
Actually, you know what? I'm going to abandon the church thing. I'll show that at a different time because I'm going to go straight in the mine. When I come out, it should be time for the fireside chat, and as a result, everyone should be there, saving me the trouble of going all the way to the church. It's really high up there. It's a very long walk, in case you're wondering. That's it right there, not that. So best case scenario, more data disks, more copper, more tin, yada yada yada. Hey, it's Arlo. Speaking of relics and crap, the mother lode was over here, if I remember. We'll just cut this way. So, my plan is to try to get all the level 5, or the 5 disc research things by the end of spring, and then summer I'll try to get all the 10s, and fall we can worry about the 20s. Structural dimension of theory, I think that's for the library, I don't know what else it does. Sounds exciting. It's possible it could have a new effect. I'll take a look at it. No. Then worst come to worst, you can sell it, it's just not really that valuable. 100 is not that much. Small engine, that's really good. A lot of the more complicated things you build require engines to operate, so getting them here is really, really nice. Gonna try to go underneath this. Okay, plan B. Let's see if we can go around it. So I can probably sell a stack of stone after this. If you have the industrial capacity, I would recommend trying to melt that into brick, and then just selling the brick. These ones annoy the hell out of me, man. Yeah, I don't know how to get that one. So remember, 7 o'clock we need to be at the fireside thing. I'll use the rest of my stamina to cut down trees and crap. I don't know if there's going to be that many I can cut, but we can try to get some more wood. Another data disk. And I think I may just spend the rest of the time after this trying to collect copper. Clock, you can hang that in your place for health or something. I forgot what exactly it gives. I can look in a moment. Max health. Just a small little trinket to liven up your abode. Right there is basically the equivalent of bedrock from Minecraft here. You can't get through that stone. You cannot go anywhere past that point. So just gather up all the stuff around it and warp on out. Got another data disk. Right now my eyes are on the clock, in case you're wondering, and I don't mean the one in my inventory. In case you're wondering, there's another wall like that one if we go straight down. It's entirely... we may be able to find it, but there's no telling how deep there goes. So 5 o'clock is when I leave, regardless of stamina or anything. I stayed a little longer. That's fine. Right there, they're saying you can gather popularity by advertising in the newspaper. I don't really want to resort to that, but I may have to if I want to beat Higgins on this first year. Or the first season, I mean. Can we bust this one? You can get Bloodstone and Topaz.
New in town? I'm Dawa. It's really easy to get me mixed up with my brothers, so don't be surprised. Nice to meet you.
Like I said, 7 of them. You can get Topaz, Bloodstone, both of which are needed for some of your cutting instruments. Yeah, I was afraid I forgot to reload this. Gonna make a bunch of copper. Okay, I didn't have any marble. Good to know. Data discs I'm content to carry around. I didn't actually get any relic stuff while I was in there, did I? So you know what, let's take this out, I'll put that in the other side, and I'll try to keep one for junk and then one for food. I actually need this on the other side now that I think about it. Part of this is tree stuff, in case you're wondering, which is why I'll move this one, that with those. And you can get copper and tin from the rocks around your house, I believe. But there you can see the people are gathering. Right, I ran into her on her way to church. I don't think you get anything for being friends with Presley.
But I feel like I'm taking part in the catalysis of the world.
That's Sunday fire.
He will give you a bunch of stuff. Toady the fisherman. Didn't realize I hadn't spoken to him yet.
Beverage is here.
Polly, there's Ginger.
Good evening, everyone. We've been having lots of hand-bat sightings recently. I know they're cute, but still, don't go near them. They're dangerous. I've asked the Civil Court to try something to scare them off. I'm not holding up much hope. We all know what hand-bat infestation's like. Sometimes I wish we had a tank. Other news, we've decided to proceed with the building of a bridge to Amber Island. A builder has already been picked for this project. Also, we are in preparations for the construction of the DP transportation system. I'll be securing the funding over the coming weeks and pick a builder soon. Any donations are welcome.
You want the Skyver Skiver thing for that?
What? How come I didn't hear about the bridge? When was this?
Now I finally get to fish there.
He's asking for for money again.
Finally, we have a new builder in town this week who lives in the old workshop outside the city gate. Let's all give a warm welcome.
So I saw Ginger there a moment ago. I don't know where she ran off to. There she is. Move a gust. We'll talk to Doc. Oh, I saw Lucy, but we'll talk to... We actually did speak to Polly, didn't we?
Man should be a...
Oh well. And then you can run into people sometimes if you go to the bar. There's May. There's a quest involving Ginger later on that you have to play the stupid minigames in this place. Not a fan of those. I think that's all I can do here. So I can either try to bust up rocks or collect wood. And I just realized I have a point. So we need one more here before we go into the next tier. I think Farm Guru is needed for the plant stuff, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Kinda tempted to try to kill the llamas, it's just I don't want to mess with their stuff at the moment. They don't bother me, I'm just gated for inventory space. I really don't want to have a million boxes like I did last time. I'm trying to keep things a little organized and pick up stuff as I go. On the topic of the pan bat thing, they're over here. The mayor's gonna order a boombox or something like that for you to make. I don't know if I have everything I need for that just yet. Just know that you need the skiver for the time when you will start doing the DDD transports. You'll need to use that with the fibers and other stuff in order to make fiber cloth, which is used for this roof of the stops. And we're going to try to make a fortune off of it this time around, since I kind of neglected it last time. Okay, it's midnight. Gonna cut these down and be on my way back. Got more fiber than anything. So you gotta make sure your stuff is fueled for the night. Bamboo papaya. I'm gonna grow this in the summer because I know Phyllis is gonna want some. Oh. Okay, I have a lot of seeds. Got a little bit of marble. Put that there. Where's my pile of rock? There it is. So yeah, I guess I could look into selling some of that just for money. It's gonna take 9 hours, that's fine. That'll be finished the following day. And we're gonna have a nice little collection of copper and stuff. So for the skiver, I can actually look into making this. It's just I need a better axe to make hardwood. This requires a marble plank, that's easy. Bronze pipe, we should be able to do that. So yeah, that's what we're gonna queue up. 1. And how many pipes? 2. Okay, when we pick up next time, I'll actually get a tool and I'll have all the basic stuff built for the first week. I'm gonna clear this out so that you can actually see my corner fence. And yeah, we're not really in a bad spot. Overall, I'd say I'm in a much, much better spot than I was last time. For the skiver, if we keep that running, I don't have to get a duplicate of that at the moment. But I will look into upgrading my furnace and everything. So you're free to look around in the morning. It won't save until you go to sleep, so we can see what exactly is happening. See if there's any messages or what have you for us. A couple things I wanted to look at before we actually did call it quits. So here we have something from Dawa. So they're starting the tree farm thing. That's... we can get started on that. And I'm gonna need a fishing rod for that. So I need to find some cocoons. If you want to make a sword, here you go. I don't have the animal bones. I'd have to kill some animals to get that, so I could start with this, then go into this, finish with this. The spines come from the... they're the urchins. The resin you can make with the blender. You can get it from logs and other stuff, so it is possible for us to hurry up and get that. One thing I should point out in case you're wondering the differences between these, this has more crit chance even though they have the otherwise same critical damage boost and so on. Oh. So that's the other thing I'm going to work on then. Bronzing my gear. So yeah, something to definitely look forward to in the next video. But anyway, that is it for now, folks. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.